Welcome to the Port of Montreal. From downtown, we begin our visit over the western or upstream end of the port. Below is BICKERDIKE Terminal. Here, vessels provide shipping services to Newfoundland and the Magdalen Islands and carry diversified cargo to and from other parts of the world. Between the terminal and the city is Silo Number 5. The port transferred this former grain elevator to the Canada Lands Company in 2010 as part of the Government of Canada's new Harbourfront initiative. A cruise ship is docked at IBERVILLE Passenger Terminal. Each year, it welcomes tens of thousands of vacationers sailing aboard international cruise vessels. The Port of Montreal operates the passenger terminal and Alexandra Pier on which it is located. These facilities are in the heart of an area known as the Old Port of Montreal. The Port of Montreal ceded land to the Old Port of Montreal Corporation between 1978 and 1984 for the creation of this large urban site dedicated to recreation, tourism, and culture. Today, it features museums, restaurants, shops, marinas, and water-related activities. Next to a former cold storage warehouse that has been converted into waterfront condominiums is a crucial area of port operations. The port's rail interchange zone begins here and extends east beyond the Jacques-Cartier Bridge. The Port of Montreal operates its own railway network. At the interchange zone, port locomotives take charge of Canadian Pacific and Canadian National freight trains arriving from central Canada and the U.S. Midwest and move them to the port's container terminals. Conversely, port locomotives bring unit trains assembled at the container facilities to the interchange zone where they connect with CP and CN locomotives for onward movement to inland destinations. Container traffic can reach 70 million consumers in central Canada and the U.S. Midwest within 2 rail transit days of departure from the Port of Montreal. Moving east or downstream are several berths and warehouses used to handle and store various dry bulk products, including gypsum and road salt. With Olympic Stadium as the backdrop, a dry bulk handling center includes a modern warehouse, conveyor, and ship unloading area. Imports of ore concentrates are handled here. Now we see CanS Transit's terminal, launched in 2014 for the cleaning and containerization of agricultural products. Completely refurbished, its 91 silos with a total capacity of 68,000 tons are used to store and transship agricultural products for export. We move on to Sutherland Pier, where raw sugar is unloaded from vessels and moved directly by conveyor into the Atlantic Sugar Refinery. Then, to the east of these dry bulk areas, we find the Port of Montreal's most recent container terminal, VO Terminal, operated by Termont Montreal Incorporated. Upon completion, VO Terminal will have a total handling capacity of 600,000 20-foot equivalent units. Right beside VO Terminal is the port's grain terminal. This loading and unloading facility has a storage capacity of 262,000 tons. It handles wheat, corn, barley, soybeans, peas, and canola. We continue our visit downstream to the Port of Montreal's 3 other international container terminals. This is where many of the world's leading container shipping lines load and unload cargo to and from Northern Europe, the Mediterranean, Southeast Asia, the Middle East, Latin America, and Africa. Containers account for close to half of the port's total annual volume of cargo. The port built a new common entry portal for trucks in 2011. It has an optical character recognition and video system and 27 checkpoints for automated registration. The portal improves the flow of truck traffic on port territory, simplifies container pickups and deliveries at terminals, and reduces truck waiting times, which in turn reduces greenhouse gas emissions. Flying over our easternmost container terminal and Promenade Bellerive Park, we head toward another dry bulk terminal and the port's liquid bulk sector. Here, 6 major companies handle petroleum products including gasoline, fuel oil, diesel oil, naphtha, and jet fuel. This brings us to the eastern limit of port territory on the island of Montreal. After traveling some 26 kilometers worth of port facilities along Montreal's waterfront, we move off-island and head 40 kilometers downstream to CONTRECOEUR, located on the south shore of the St. Lawrence River. The port owns land along 4 kilometers of shoreline, where there is already a terminal that receives agricultural and industrial fertilizers and iron ore. This land will enable the port to increase container handling capacity once port land on the island of Montreal reaches full capacity. A project for a container terminal with a total capacity of 1.15 million 20-foot equivalent units is currently in development. Thank you for visiting the Port of Montreal, a major international port that every year welcomes more than 2,000 ships carrying all types of cargo to and from all parts of the world.